This is my apartment after I came back home from Vegas. I had a convention in Vegas. I was gone the 2nd through the 7th. Came home to my apartment completely wiped out. My husband left. He left me my jewelry here in this room here. Yeah, and took everything else, including some items that belong to solely me. He also took the washer and dryer out of here. I also took the bed, took everything out of here, cut off the internet service so I can no longer work from home. And then cleared out the closet here, which I come to like. Got a closet here and left the wedding dress in here. I'll leave that right there for him.
Hello guys, it's Willie from YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about moving out. Now you see the video where the guy moves out. He knew his relationship was over and he took all his stuff just to avoid a whole confrontation. Now you see in the video he took everything, even the washing machine and the dryer. Guys, I want to ask you, is this the right thing to do? In my opinion, this is the right thing to do, because brothers need to understand that a lot of the laws are written in women's favor, and women are going to use that to their own discretion as a weapon. So to avoid a confrontation, to avoid domestic violence dispute, to avoid all the abuse and all of the nonsense that comes along with it, and going to jail due to domestic violence and the fight, brothers, you gotta be passive aggressive on this one. If you know the relationship is over, which usually you'll get some indications, you won't be getting the booty clappy sound anymore. You won't be getting none of that sloppy toppy no more. Probably be a couple of weeks. You know that, she's gonna be talking. When she start talking like that, it's coming to an end. So brothers, you need to plan an exit, just like how this brother did in the video. So, because you need to know that most likely, if you do get into domestic violence, if you get into a fight with the significant other and it's a woman, they're going to side on her side. The policeman, the judgeman, and the government are always going to be on her side. And you're going to be, in the courtroom trying to get your stuff back after you had all that fighting, and you're going to be looked at in a negative light. So, because if you do go to jail, and then when you come out, she's going to use your name and slander your name through all the relatives, all family members. And if she got brothers, the brothers may even, be on her side and say, yo man, why should you touch my girl? Why you touch my sister? And now you got to go and fight them too. So to avoid all that nonsense, brothers, this is what you got to do. This is going to avoid jail time. It's going to save your life. And you probably even save your car, because I had a similar story, and I'll tell you about my story after we go over this. So also, what you got to do is, first, you got to get yourself an apartment or even a room. And once you get an apartment and a room, and make it about 15 minutes away, so it's not just around the block. So if somebody's following you or from leaving from your previous house, you want to go and take all these side streets and get to that apartment. And then you wait for your girl to move out. You wait for her to go to some conference, some, even a whole trip. How they like to, girls trip like to go out. So wait for one of those type of events. And then you have your homies on standby for that day. So when that day comes, you're coming in there with your U-Haul, your pickup truck, and you pick up all your stuff that day and leave. Now once you leave, what you gotta do is block her number. Block her number, so now she's forced to call your mama. And you tell your mama what's going on that day, because your mama's always going to be on your side. You see, don't leave it up to your friends or your buddies or your brothers. You got to leave it up to mama now. You tell mama the situation. It's not going well with her, and you want to leave her. You want to be done with it, because what's going to happen is when she gets home and all her stuff is gone, she's going to try and call your number, but your number is blocked. So she's going to get, after 3 phone calls, she knows she's not going to get anything through other than voicemail. So now she's going to call your next of kin most likely is going to be your mama or your brother. So it's going to speak to your mom. Your mama's always going to be on your side, remember. Your mama's going to tell your girl that it's over. She just needs to separate and finish and be done with you. Because your mom's always going to be on your side. And you see, when you move away to a different place that she can't get a hold of you, she's forced to go through your mama, and your mama can act as an intermediary. And you know she's always going to be on your side for free. So once that's all done, now you can go to court and get the rest of your stuff back if you have anything else there, or you can fight, whatever. See, now you avoid jail time, you avoid domestic violence, you avoid getting get your head knocked out by the brother of the girlfriend or the wife. So you avoid a lot of problems. Because I had a similar situation in my own story. You see, in my story, I knew the lady was going to be crazy and fighting. So what I did is I waited till she was ready to go out with her friends for a party at nighttime. And I took all my stuff out of the house. And she came back from the party, everything. And she came back and she said, "Oh man, what's going on? It looks like our place got robbed." And so she called the police, 911, to come and see. And then the police came over and they looked around the house and they said, "So what exactly got stolen from this house?" And the girlfriend told the police that, "Man, all my boyfriend's stuff got stolen. The dog is stolen, and all of his equipment is stolen." And she was pointing all this stuff of my stuff that was stolen. And then the police officer had to break it down to her and say that she sees this a lot as a police officer. Your man left you and didn't want to have a confrontation with you, so he did a passive-aggressive move by taking all his stuff. So now she was calling, at the same time, she was calling my mother, well, really my grandmother, and telling her that so my mom answered the phone call and told her that we're not going to have none of this nonsense, none of this altercation back and forth business, and told her over the phone that it's over. If you need to say anything to my son, you can tell it to me over the phone or text me. Other than that, it's over. Now, I went in the other room and I was laughing the whole time, But anyways, especially when the time the police told her that it was over and she went into a deep silence. That was me in the other room laughing. But anyways, I did make a mistake. I didn't move far away enough from where I was staying with the girl. So I guess maybe her friend or her boyfriend, probably when they were driving by, they saw my car and they went to slash all 4 tires. All 4 tires of my car was slashed. I didn't know what I could do, bro. So brothers, always make sure you move far away enough. So yes, brothers, a lot of times, we gotta take the passive-aggressive route, especially when you're dealing with these women. You gotta be very careful. You gotta make sure that you have the upper hand. You gotta think strategically and make the first move by taking all your stuff out of the place, and then move out quietly, and then you'll be moving out without any altercation. Because if you have the altercation, then the lady gets the upper hand, and now you don't have anything to back up on. Especially when you go to court and they find out that you're violent and all, they're just gonna paint you in a bad picture. But doing it this way, you come unscathed like myself. Your face is still looking good. You ain't got no bruises, you ain't got no fight. But yes, guys, that's what y'all need to do. Cause I'm tired of y'all